Hello everyone, and thank you for clicking on another one of my videos. I am Screen Scene Guru coming at you with a cryptid watch video. I have recently caught up on Expedition Bigfoot Season 6. I've really had a big blast watching all these episodes. If you guys have followed my channel for any amount of time, I'm a big fan of cryptid mysteries, the unexplained and the unidentified. So without further ado, going into season 6, there are 8 episodes. This series spanned from January all the way into March, so 3 months of quality television. You guys can watch this on Discovery Plus and on HBO Max. But starting with episode 1, we've got Why Are They Here? So going into that, we've got Bigfoot researchers follow new evidence to Washington State, where multiple creatures are reportedly gathering. A survivalist joins their team as they investigate a mysterious contagion. It's a very interesting episode. I thought it was really fun to hear that they're coming to Washington State to research these unexplained cryptids. For anyone that's doing any kind of research on this, they're well informed that they do come across the Northeast. They do come over here into Oregon and into Washington to migrate during their season. A lot of people still think these animals do not exist, but there are laws in place, for instance in Oregon, banning the killing of this animal. So I thought that was really fascinating. But going on to episode 2, we've got warning signals. South of a Bigfoot checkpoint or choke point in Washington, Russell follows a trail of warning signals into the backcountry where Myra and Binko track what could be a curious Bigfoot. Bryce speaks with a witness who wishes he never laid eyes on the cryptid creature. So a lot more first-person testimony in this season. We get to see they have a cabin, a base of operation, where a handprint is put on the window. It's a quite large handprint. They measure it 18 inches, so bigger than a man's handprint. Very fascinating evidence they gather in this season. Going on to episode 3, we've got Right on Track. So right around episode 3, that was when we had the transition from it being January into February. So we've got the story Right on Track. In the Fork, Russell tracks down possible footprints of 2 Bigfoot, where Myra and Binko use advanced technology to catch an intruder, while Bryce discovers something shocking in his car recordings. So a lot of highly advanced technology used in this season. They're using military-grade tracking, motion sensors buried in the ground, new tools we've yet to see used in the field. When it comes to Discovery Plus and HBO Max, I trust them to have pretty good tools and handy things to investigate stuff, so right on. Going on to Season 6, Episode 4, we've got Perilous Descent. This is a top-rated episode. A lot of evidence discovered here. Deep in the Fork, Russell grapples with a 700-foot cliff to follow a heat signature. Mira and Binko track signals outside their base camp. Bryce hears new information about strange vocalizations and discovers that someone has visited his command center. So this is the episode where they, of course, get the handprint on the window, evidence of tracks, footprints. I really like the fact they get Binko, an indigenous person, to help their team to track the Bigfoot, even though they capture him on thermal with the heat signature. They try to keep up on foot, and of course the Bigfoot eludes them. This season in particular, they really focus on them being on the water, coming out of the water and being able to go in the water, swim long distances, and then be able to continue on foot across the way on another beach or even downriver. So very fascinating evidence they gathered this season. Going on to episode 5, Element of Surprise. In the heart of the fork, after strange sounds echo in the canyon, Myra and Binko investigate rapids while tracking a possible hunting party. Bryce gains knowledge from fresh prints, and Russell creates a trap for a Bigfoot. So this was a really cool episode, episode 5. A lot of stuff happening, them tracking several signatures. They believe they find a juvenile down by the waterfront. They attempt, Mira and Binko attempt to get on a raft they make and try to kind of seclude themselves inside the raft going downriver. They try to capture the Bigfoot's heat signature on camera. They're able to get glimpses of it, but not a lot of hardcore footage. Of course, this is very hard to come by. For those of you that have tracked the Bigfoot for any amount of time or tried to gather evidence on him, one of the most elusive Bigfoot is one of the most elusive cryptids out there, so very hard to get concrete evidence on, as well as all the flying ones and ones that go into our oceans and waterways. So going on from episode 5, we've got episode 6, Line of Sight. In Washington's backcountry, Mira and Binko follow signs from the land, discovering a series of tree structures that guide them to a water source. Meanwhile, Bryce uncovers new insight into the mysterious print near his cabin. So yeah, we've pretty much gone into that. Episode 7, Predator Calls. During a nighttime stakeout, Binko and Mira encounter strange events at the fork. Meanwhile, Bryce finds unexpected evidence at Russell's cabin, leading to a startling revelation when Russell documents mysterious activity. So again, Predator Calls, they try to use a sound device that has animal recordings to try to get Bigfoot to come into the area to try to document them. I believe some of this works by them luring the Bigfoot maybe further away by playing some predator calls. It doesn't quite attract the Bigfoot, but they do hear motion in the forest from their listening devices. They're a really strong sound recorder. They hear tree branches breaking and the sound of something rushing through the forest at high speed. So very interesting stuff there. So right around episode 6 to 7 is when they make the transition from it being February to March. These last 2 episodes, 7 and 8, right early in March. So we went into episode 7, Predator Calls. Going into the last episode, guys, episode 8, Target Identified. At the Fork's busy zone, Bryce, Mira, Russell, and Binko encounter activity. Activated security tech that guides them to an unprecedented finding. So I do believe they capture quite a lot of evidence in this season. They've got drone footage, aerial footage of large creatures moving throughout the forest. They've got tracks on the ground. The handprint on Russell's cabin is more evidence than they've ever gathered previously before. I do have my kind of speculation about the show. I do believe the research team, the animal expert Myra, I believe her, even though she's a skeptic, she doesn't necessarily believe the Bigfoot exists. She thinks it's a former primate that we've yet to identify. I think Russell and Bryce and Binko all know that this is a very dangerous animal and that they don't want to encounter it in the format of challenging it for territorial space. I know a lot of people are now moving into the woods deeper and farther than they ever have before. So that's kind of encroaching on the Bigfoot's territory. They mentioned a theory about their mating seasons and that potentially older Bigfoot are being challenged by younger Bigfoot and being pushed out, and that they're becoming rogues. There was an indigenous first-hand not whistleblower, but a first-hand account of someone seeing a rogue Bigfoot, and that it startled him. It made him not want to go into the forest anymore. I'm not sure if I believe these rogue stories. I do believe there are giant Bigfoot compared to the normal size. There are older Bigfoot based on the color of their fur. But the idea of them challenging each other and making them going off into other foreign lands, I'm not exactly sure about that. I do wonder about their mating cycle. Perhaps that has something to do with the population popping off across the northwest. Maybe the female to male amount of their the density in their population is off. Perhaps that's causing their migration seasons to change. A lot of the unknown, but that was my review for Expedition Bigfoot Season 6, all 8 episodes. I really enjoyed this show, guys. I hope they do a Season 7. It looks like they will, with the big news and information they got out of this latest season. What are you guys' thoughts on Expedition Bigfoot? Do you guys like the show? Have you guys started watching? Let me know down below in the comments. You can also like this video. That shows me a lot of support.